That's so shiny. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder, and my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be. In whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder, and my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be. In whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder, and my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Higurashis when they murder again. Higurashi murder party. That's what this game is, right? It's like Danganronpa, but for Higurashis. That's how I explain this.
But we actually have red blood.
Yes, exactly.
Opposed to neon pink.
Yeah. Have we actually seen proper blood this game?
Yeah.
I don't know if we have, actually.
No,
It's just narrated blood. Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm getting stuff in my ear. Okay. Good to see you, Tommy.
Huh?
All my sound commands are now working again. So,
Oh, good.
so I had that in my ear for like several seconds. So do I have a knife command? No, it's nice. It's a nice command.
Nice.
Are you sure you don't have
There
a
we go.
knife command? That sounds
It's
excellent.
close enough.
It's the same thing basically. Nuff, knife, nuff, nice.
Just helping you out, testing your audio.
Yes, of
there.
course. Thank you. But yes, welcome all to my sub sound commands as they so graciously showed off. Can't do them on D&D streams. I get so distracted, I'm sorry. But anywho, welcome. We once again continue with Higurashi no Nakakoro ni, the Watanagashi arc. We are on chapters 10 plus. For those of you just coming in, this is a sound novel, so there's not really anything in the way of gameplay, quote unquote. We're just basically reading through the story. We are on the second question arc of this particular series, which sets up a lot of weird scenarios that we're supposed to try to kind of like figure out slowly but surely before moving on to the answer arcs. So there are 4 question arcs. We're on the 2 of the 4. Then there's 4 answer arcs. I forgot to put down on here, please no spoilers. We might have some spoilers from the previous arc as we're talking through things, but while I kind of know what's going on because I've seen the anime, David and Kayla here, my friends who are joining me to help me play through as usual, have not. So,
Nope.
Yep. So they're learning things as they go along.
I still have not watched the anime.
Yay.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. I'm proud of you.
It's been real tempting at times.
So, with that said, yes, warning for gore, death, insanity, all that stuff. Even though none of it is like specifically on screen, there is implied and there's like narrated, that
Yes,
sort of thing.
the gameplay is us deciding, do we actually read that?
Yes, that. What did we rename them to? That's true. We do rename a lot of people.
We do, but I'm pretty sure I'm the one coming up with all of it.
Okay. So yeah, it's you're going on this journey with us, Tommy. See, perfect. All right. So let's continue, shall we? Chapter 10.
After hanging up on Shion, I searched for Rika-chan's phone number in my school's contact list. There it is. My fingers trembled with urgency, and I failed multiple times to put in the simple 5-digit number. Keiichi, are you calling someone at this hour? It's late, and it's being rude to the other person.
Oh, right. We're jumping right into this.
Yep.
That doesn't matter right now.
I shouted angrily at my mother, listening to the dial tone. Pick up! Come on! Pick up!
I thought that was a real life phone ringing. Then I remembered I don't own a phone.
The time was 11 p.m.
Da-da-dum.
It certainly wasn't early. I know, poor hot photographer son. I know,
poor hot photographer son.
It was essentially the middle of the night. I mean, I guess to some people that could be considered.
Yeah.
Had Rika-chan already gone to bed?
She's like... she's like 11 or
She's
something?
like 10, yeah. True.
Yeah, she's young. She's probably already asleep.
Or should be, at least. Her phone ringing constantly, though. So would she get back up for me? Rika-chan didn't pick up. She didn't pick up. She didn't pick up! Maybe she just happened to miss it. Maybe her bed was just too far away from the phone. The sound of a phone ringing gets clearer and clearer the longer you go on sleeping. Then, the bathroom? Yeah, she must be taking a bath. If that was the case, then even if she heard the phone, she wouldn't be able to pick it up. It was a little late to be taking a bath, but it was possible she normally took baths right before going to bed. I'll wait 30 minutes and try calling again.
Meh.
She's so dead.
No, not Rika! Not Rika-chan!
Rika.
Even as I was thinking that, I called her house over and over again. I kept calling over and over, again and again. I kept calling her, but she didn't pick up even once. I think I kept trying for about 30 minutes. Yet, she wasn't picking up.
Rika.
No, not Rika! Were my phone calls so persistent that she had even gotten scared of picking up the receiver? No, that couldn't possibly be it. There was no point in doing this any longer. The best thing to do would be to go there in person. Where was Rika-chan's house, though?
Death delivered in 30 minutes or your next one is free. No!
Oh, Togashi! Togashi! No. Well, I mean, but the phone was like, this was like in the 1980s. People actually answered phones then.
I mean, it's true. There weren't
People
caller
had,
ID.
like landlines and shit.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
caller ID.
Shit. I never even asked her where she lived. Her residence was written there on the contact list, but it was added with mostly numbers, so I couldn't tell where it was by just reading it. Isn't there a map or something in here? Rika Furude. Her last name was Furude. Good job. It was a bit of an odd last name, so it might be easy to find. Thinking that, I rummaged around the drawer with her phone book, but only could find things like takeout menus and phone numbers for public establishments. Shit. I tore one thing after another out of the drawer, but I didn't come up with any clues as to where Rika-chan's house was. Calm down, Keiichi Maebara. If you don't know, then just ask. Ask someone who does know.
Ah, that's it. Rena's gotta know.
I looked up Rena's phone number on the contact list. Rena Ryugu. There she was. Please tell me this whole arc isn't just gonna be phone ringing after phone ringing after phone ringing.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Ryugu.
Oh.
Oh.
Hello, this is Ryugu.
Fuck.
It was the voice of a grumpy sounding man. It must have been Rena's father. I am calling in the middle of the night. I need to be polite.
I'm sorry for calling so late at night. This is Maebara. Is there any chance Rena-san is around?
Rena's taking a bath. Oh, she's done? Rena, there's a friend of yours on the phone.
Oh, right. Reina Ryugu was her real name, wasn't it? I gotten so used to calling her Rena that hearing her real name caught me off guard.
Oops.
Hello? This is Rena.
It's me, Keiichi. Sorry for calling so late.
Huh? Keiichi-kun? What do you need at a time like this? Like this?
Well, actually, I wanted to know where Rika's home is.
Rena seemed a little appalled that I call her something like that at this hour. However, she spoke her next words seriously, as if she caught on to how urgent my need was. Okay, sure. You know the assembly hall on the grounds of the Furude Shrine? There's a 2-story shack used for storage behind it. That's where she lives. I couldn't immediately visualize the place, but as long as I knew where she lived on the shrine grounds, I'd just have to take a look around.
Got it. Thanks. Sorry again for calling so late. Apologize to your dad for me too, would you?
Oh, okay, but Keiichi-kun, why do you want to know where Rika-chan lives? Rena asked me in an unusually sharp way, halted me before I could hang up the phone. I hesitated for a moment about whether to tell her. He was killed because I told him. Keiichi-kun? If you're still listening, could you answer me? Why are you ask her where Rika-chan lives at a time like this? Rena affected her usual tone, but beneath her words lay a certain tension, like she intuitively sensed something was going on. What will you do, Keiichi? If it's Rena, can I tell her? He was killed because he found out. I revealed everything, so he was killed. Keiichi-kun? Rena's being serious. Please answer me. Rena asked me once again in a tone so forceful I couldn't imagine her ever using it normally. I was taken aback by her vigor. Rena was Rika-chan's friend too. She had the right to be concerned about Rika-chan's disappearing. If I told Rena, then, even for a moment, I could drive away my horrifying fears and bring in a friend into this as well. Great times.
Rena, well, I can't exactly tell you why, but
Yes? Rena's tone was seriousness itself. Just from that tone, I could feel her saying, No matter what you say, Keiichi-kun, I'll believe you. That subtle sense of security gave me the courage to reveal the truth.
I have a feeling that Rika is in danger.
You mean like a premonition? Or do you have some reason to believe that she's in danger? I really didn't have time to go back and forth with Rena about this. Still, I think listening to her calm voice soothed my pointless impatience.
I don't have much reason, but
Yet I still hesitated. I had told Rika-chan that we had snuck into the ritual storehouse. The mayor, to whom Shion had confessed before that, had already disappeared. So, it was possible that Rika-chan also... I don't know how to explain it to Rena. While I was tongue-tied, Rena spoke up. Sorry for asking something so weird. I thought about it, and it isn't like you to need to be sure. Rena laughed a little, seeming to be absent-minded. I wasn't exactly in the mood to laugh, so this time I was dumbfounded. When I continued in a cheerful yet still purposeful voice. You're worried about a friend. I don't think you need a reason to go and check on them. Even if Rika-chan was asleep and you ended up waking her up. If that's why you did it, then none of us would get mad. Rena, thank you. Okay then, Keiichi-kun. Just one thing. You called Rika-chan's house, right? Then you just couldn't get through, so that's why you asked me where her house is.
yeah, that's right. I must have called her for over 10 minutes. She could just be sleeping and not have noticed.
Rika-chan's house is really small. She would have definitely heard the phone ringing, even if she was asleep. Satoko-chan is there too, so there's no way neither of them would notice.
Satoko, you mean she's living with Rika?
Yeah, you didn't know? Well, we can talk about that later. Anyway, if you called that much and no one answered, then something's definitely wrong. Rena understood the situation wasn't normal, far faster than I could have ever imagined her to. It made her seem dependable.
Like, who answers the phone in this day and age? Well, I mean, it's the 80s, so everybody.
Everybody answers them phones.
However, the fact that Rena had acknowledged this also meant that the best case possibility of it all just being the result of my own needless fears went out the window.
I'll go to Rika's house right now. Will you come with... Oh, that's Rena.
Oh, I'll go to Rika-chan's house right now. Will you come with me? I can show you the way.
Sounds good. Let's meet up at the same place as usual. I'll be waiting for you.
No, wait. I'll come get you at your house. You just wait there. And tell your family you're coming with me to Rika-chan's house, okay?
Will that be okay? We might lose time if you come here.
Did you call Mi-chan too? She's really dependable at times like these. If you haven't, then I'll give her a call. My thoughts froze for a moment. Shion had just told me to be careful around Mion during our phone conversation a little while ago. If the Sonozaki main house was somehow lurking behind the surface of the annual freak deaths, then the current heir to the family, Mion, wouldn't be uninvolved. So, wouldn't that mean she wasn't uninvolved in what happened this year to Hot Photographer Son and Creepy Girlfriend Son, and also to the mayor's disappearance? Okay, bye. I'll be right over. Wait for me. That's all Rana said before hurriedly hanging up. Now wasn't the time to be doubting Mion. I needed to make sure that Rika-chan was safe. I got changed and grabbed the key to my bike. I figured things would go more smoothly if we met up at the place we usually do before school. Rena wouldn't need to come all the way to my house. My parents would probably have objected if I told them I was leaving, so I creeped out without a word. The night was unusually warm and disagreeably humid. She said that Rika-chan and Satoko lived together, right? Then it wasn't only Rika-chan. Satoko wasn't there either?
Dun dun dun!
Dun-dun-dun.
Realizing what them living together really meant caused my thoughts to immediately take a turn for the worse. That can't be. Satoko is... She's got nothing to do with any of this. Even if there were a reason for Rika-chan to disappear, there shouldn't be one for Satoko. Keiichi-kun! Rena was really fast. She approached me on her bike at an amazing speed. She's in her murder outfit, guys.
Yay.
Her breath was ragged, painting a clear picture of just how hurriedly she'd been going.
Hey, Rena, let's get going.
Keiichi-kun, I thought I told you to wait at your house. Rena's expression was all business. Was she mad? Came out of the blue and I faltered for a moment.
Well, I just figured it would be faster to meet up here.
Keiichi-kun, don't you get it? Rena shouted, clearly angry. I'd never seen Rena like this before.
Do I get it? What's the problem?
Rena seemed to notice she was scaring me and took a couple of deep breaths. They continued as if admonishing me, but expression didn't soften at all. Keiichi-kun, the whole village is in uproar right now that the elder disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Now you're telling me that Rika-chan and Satoko-chan aren't where they're supposed to be, right?
Yeah. That about sums it up.
Then you need to be more careful. Do you have any idea how dangerous it is to be standing out here all alone in the middle of the night? I began to understand where Rena's anger was coming from.
You told... No, that's...
You told your family you'd be going to Rika-chan's house with me, didn't you? So that in the worst case scenario, if you or I to disappear, people would know when and where we did. Rena was perfectly level-headed in this emergency situation. Ever since the night of the Watanagashi, every night someone had died or disappeared. On the night itself, Creepy Girlfriend Son and Hot Photographer Son met strange ends. On the next night, the elder vanished. Now, on the next night after that, Rika-chan and Satoko were nowhere to be found. I had been thinking of anyone but myself, but it wasn't enough to say that Hinamizawa was a little weird at the moment. It was, in fact, extremely strange. Rena had even anticipated her own disappearances, and had told me to tell my family where I was going. I was embarrassed at my own carelessness, and the need to be embarrassed made me afraid of the night.
Sorry. I didn't tell them yet.
Okay, now let's go tell them together. With Rena beside me, I rode back to my house. The moon seemed strangely high in the night, in the sky. A sky that was uselessly vast and cold, so that no matter what, it would never seem to me like a dream. This cruel fact had already confronted me. On such a crazy night, Rena had been unimaginably dependable. Hinamizawa's metamorphosis, enough to make runners caution me against carelessness, was, to me, the most fearsome thing of all. It would seem strangely high in the sky. We met up with Mion on the way, and she, of course, wasn't sure whether to believe me about Rika-chan's and Satoko's disappearance.
Kei-chan, are you serious? I'm going to get really mad if this is a joke.
Mion was clearly displeased. If this were a joke, it wasn't really funny. I understood how indiscreet my words were. Ever since the day before yesterday, someone had either died or vanished every night. Rika-chan and Satoko disappearing after all that was just something you couldn't say, even in jest. Mi-chan, if it really is a joke, don't get mad. Smile. It would be a joke after all. We need to go make sure whether it's a joke or not.
You're right. Sorry for getting upset.
However indiscreet a joke it may have been, if we learned that our friends were safe, it would end up as nothing more than a funny story. Having been warned about that by Irena, Mion gave her a dry smile, and the tension she felt loosening a bit. She mounted her bicycle as well. Our three bicycles' lights flashed down the pitch-black roads. They were some of the only illumination outside.
Kei-chan, why did you suddenly decide to call and ask about Rika-chan's house at a time like this?
Mion asked me the same thing I had trouble explaining to Rena.
Would it be weird to call it a premonition?
I couldn't quite tell because it was dark, but I thought I could see Mion smiling very ambiguously. I definitely understood that she wasn't convinced, though, despite the darkness.
Well, I had this bad dream while I was snoozing and I couldn't get it out of my head.
So, did Rika-chan get kidnapped in the dream?
It's more of a vague feeling sort of thing. If Rika had answered the phone, I would have called you and Rena after that.
Lies smoothly babbled out of my mouth, makeshift though they were. I was lying because I thought telling them I was connected to Shion would be like silently admitting we stolen into the ritual storehouse together that night. Mion didn't press me any further. I don't know whether that convinced her. Or maybe she figured that making sure Rika-chan and Satoko were safe would be faster than making an issue out of it. I felt relieved and immediately a little guilty.
Oh, hey, Link, how's it going?
Mion hadn't really been acting any differently in these last few days, but I'm still trying to distance myself from her for some reason. It was only because of what I've heard from Shion and Oishi-san that she was the successor to some kind of super extravagant gang family. No. Was I just trying to force myself to forget? Don't do that, Keiichi Maibara. Wasn't it Mion who was the first to ask about the night of Watanagashi? In such a harsh tone at that? Have I already forgotten the terror I felt? At the time, Mion looked like someone different from the Mion I knew. When I think about that Mion, then Shion and Oishi-san's descriptions of Mion make a tiny bit more sense. That's it, isn't it? If it wasn't for how she acted that day, then I wouldn't be feeling this way towards her now. What on earth was going on with her back then? I was conveniently thinking only of everything she had done after that, while disregarding the very first thing. The thing I should have been looking at the most, wasn't I? Mion was pedaling her bicycle in front of me, her long hair fluttering in the wind. No matter how long I'd looked at her back, it never gave me any answers to any of my questions. We went all the way to the stone steps leading up to the shrine grounds. Of course, we weren't going to want to haul our bikes up there, so we parked them beside the staircase instead. Yes, thank you.
I think that
That's
first
So
one was
this is the
Keiji.
Furude Shrine.
Yeah. Everybody comes and goes as they please, as if it were a park, but this place is actually a grand estate owned by the Furude family.
So the entire shrine is private property. It really makes you feel the passage of time.
I just assumed that was Mion because she knows the most out of all three of them.
Yeah, probably.
True. 10 or 20 years ago, it would have looked the exact same.
Then wouldn't that mean that the Furide family is really old, with a history going back for generations?
Yeah, they're gone. That's odd. Rena said something clearly disquieting, so I ran over to her.
What's wrong, Rena?
Rika-chan and Satoko-chan always leave their bikes here. See? They're gone. I took a look around. Indeed, there are no other bicycles aside from the ones we'd taken to get here.
Couldn't they park them somewhere else?
Could they have brought them up the stairs?
Those couldn't do that, Keiichi-kun. Just as he said, I couldn't imagine Rika-chan and Satoko lugging their bikes all the way up there. We hadn't yet knocked on Rika-chan's door, but reality was already sparking some ideas that weren't what you would call good. Maybe they were just parked under some trees and thought we hadn't noticed them? I refused to believe that not being able to find their bikes here was proof that they disappeared.
Let's go. The only way to be sure is to check their house.
We all nodded and dashed up the stone steps. We passed through the red arch and came out onto the shrine grounds, which was covered in a neat gravel. It was so quiet here, as though the Watanagashi festival had never happened.
So where's the house they live in?
Over here. Come with me. Rena took the lead and sprinted off. We went towards the assembly hall behind the shrine, then looped around behind it. In the darkness of the night, we found a small, prefab 2-story shack that looked like a warehouse.
The lights are off. Are they sleeping?
Let's knock. Rena and Mion near the shack, which didn't really look like a place people would live. It's such a beautiful shrine, so I figured they'd live in such an equally beautiful house. It was far from what I had expected. Rika-chan! Satoko-chan! Are you there? I shouted up to the second floor. Her voice was restrained at first, but it steadily grew louder. No answer. In fact, there wasn't any sort of activity in the house at all.
They might be sleeping. Let's wake them up.
Mion banged on the shutter with both hands, and loud sounds echoed into our surroundings. They would have to have noticed this much noise. They would turn on the lights in the room, fling open the doors, and yell, "What time do you think this is?" That, however, wasn't happening. There was absolutely no response.
Dun dun dun!
Never would have guessed that. Mion stopped slamming her fist on the shutter, and a sudden silence fell over us. The silence roused terrible thoughts in us. I could feel the blood draining from my face. It's locked. I wonder if we can get inside into it somehow. When I showed no signs of stopping. It didn't look like she would admit they weren't there until we went inside and saw for ourselves. That refusal to give in gave me strength.
Yeah, spoopy music intensifies. Spoopy!
The second story window shouldn't be locked. I'll give them a try.
Kei-chan, a ladder.
Mion brought over a ladder that was standing against the house. The footing was a little unstable for me to go and climb it, but Mion held the ladder firmly in place for me. I didn't climb too many ladders. My inexperience with them exposed, I climbed up one step at a time and tried to open each window on the second floor. Mi-chan, I'm gonna go check the main house just to be sure, okay? I'll be right back. Rena darted away. What? A main house?
Well, this definitely isn't KG.
Yeah.
He wouldn't
Okay.
know this shit.
Oh, right. It's a Furure's family's actual house. After her parents passed away, I think it's been left like that.
Ah, right. Rika's parents. They passed away, huh?
At that point, I recalled something else. Wasn't it Satoko living here too?
Satoko's also an orphan. Her parents fell from a cliff because of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Then her older brother, Satoshi-kun, he disappeared.
Satoshi. I've heard that name before.
I remembered. He was the one who disappeared last year because of the curse.
Ever since then, Satoko and Rika-chan have been living in this shack. Neither of them has any family, but at least they're together. They help each other out.
Rena said main house, didn't she? Wouldn't it be easier to live there?
The curtains were drawn, so I couldn't get a good look inside to see, but two young girls living together seemed like a pretty tough life.
I think she tried that at first. She said it was hard, though, because it reminded her of her parents.
I had no idea. I feel really bad for them. They were normally so cheerful at school that I never even realized an atom of this.
Rika and Satoko. They have it hard, huh?
She's cursed.
Huh?
Suddenly Mion said something in such a low voice that it sounded like she was really cursing someone, and I didn't let it slide. I turned around on the ladder to face her and asked again.
Mion, what did you just say?
I said she's cursed.
Mion, still holding onto the ladder, brought her head up to look me in the eyes.
Damn, that's intense.
Huh.
As soon as our eyes met, an absolute zero jolt of electricity surged through my body. Mion's eyes clouded over, and within them boiled and bubbled a stew of chaos. They whirled around and around like a raging sea, and bubbles floated to the surface. I had at some point been trapped on this ladder, like being cornered on a dead-end street.
Mion, why are you making that face?
I tended to follow that up with, you're going too far with this joke, and give her a forced smile. However, and on such uneven footing as I was, the only thing that came out of my mouth was a hoarse groan as I desperately struggled not to let nausea overwhelm me.
Satoko Hojo. She's been cursed by Oishiro-sama.
Mion answers with a response to something else I never asked, as if replying to someone else's question.
The only people who fell from the park observation platform were her parents. Only her parents, who treated her like dirt, died that day. She was the only one to survive. Then she was sent to live with her aunt, who treated her cruelly, and the aunt was killed on the night of the Watanagashi by some deviant who beat her to death so violently her brains were everywhere and her head an entirely different shape by the end of it. Then Satoshi-kun, who always protected her, he suddenly disappeared on her birthday. Someone made him disappear, even though he wasn't abusing her. The police judged him to have run away from home, but Satoshi-kun wasn't the kind of person who would do that. He was always earnest. He would never ask for anyone else's help. He would always drag himself through everything with hard work alone. He worked so hard he nearly ground his bones into dust, all for his one and only little sister, and yet someone made him disappear. She was the only thing he lived for, and yet someone made him disappear. Poor Satoshi-kun. He was never rewarded, that Satoshi-kun. How ungrateful that child is. She is cursed. All who get near her suffer the same fate. The curse kills them, or the curse makes them disappear. She cannot have any relief. She cannot have any relief. It's probably Satoko's fault that Rika-chan disappeared too. It has to be. 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 It has to. It has to. It has to.
You okay there, Mion?
It does not sound like she's okay.
Oh, nope.
Yeah. Mion was mumbling words over and over that were no longer coherent. Her shoulders were trembling so hard that I could feel it through the ladder. I almost lost my footing, which made me realize just how far away the ground really was.
Calm down, Mion. I don't know what you're talking about.
I wasn't sure if she even heard me. Mion rocked back and forth. That rocking and trembling was becoming even more violent. Help me. The ladder, it's falling. Help me. Help! Just then, I heard the sound of many people running towards us.
Mm.
Oh, hey!
Oh, hey! Over here!
I very nearly said help me outright. 4 or 5 adults led by Rena ran over here with flashlights. Keiichi-kun, Mi-chan, sorry it took so long. I borrowed the key.
Oh, nice one. Seems all the windows and doors are perfectly sealed. I was getting worried.
Yeah, Mion's going crazy.
When I heard Mion talking like nothing had just happened, I again felt a chill run through me.
She's going crazy, guys.
She's already crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. Mion currently holding the ladder in place. It was definitely Mion. It was the real Mion Sonozaki. Then, the person muttering to themselves just a few seconds ago? Who was that? The person was mumbling about terrible things, like curses. Who was that? I dripped down from the ladder as if running away, before Mion turned into that person who wasn't Mion a second time. The adults tried a few different keys on the keyring as they tried to open up the big shutter on the first floor. Rika-chan's house used to be a disaster shelter for the town council, so the key to the shutter is still kept in the mayor's house.
It's Rika-chan and Satoko's private residence now, though. Well, this is on Rika-chan's property anyway. Nobody complains about it.
Mion gave me a smile as she said that. I, however, could only return a gaze with an aghast expression. Mion was acting all too normal now, but that only contrasted all the more sharply with her earlier un-Mion-like creepiness. Bang! Bam! Clatter, clatter, clatter. Bang! The shutter opened up for the first time in a very long while. When I looked at the light switch and wasted no time going inside, I followed her in. Rika-chan! Satoko-chan! If you're here, say something! We climbed a narrow staircase. It looked like nothing more than a warehouse, but now that I was inside, I could feel how lived in it was. It was a person's home. Somehow, the scent of the two of them filled the place. This is definitely where Rika-chan and Satoko lived. First floor doubled as a town assembly warehouse, but the second floor was a space entirely for living. Just like a one-room apartment, past the kitchen was a living room taking about 150 square feet. Dressers, cupboards, and the like were packed into the space, and in the corner there was just a huge pile of clothes that appeared to have just been taken out from drying outside. In the center of the living room was a fold-up table, and on it were some small containers for things like soy sauce and salad dressing. The sense of frugal living style drifted from all of it. It was strange that they weren't here in the middle of the night like this. The adults climbing the stairs one at a time began to make a fuss and talk amongst themselves.
So, not here?
Yeah, they're not here. This is definitely weird. The village had just been thrown into chaos yesterday because of the mayor's disappearance. Then today, even Rika-chan and Satoko had...
Are they out playing somewhere together?
That can't be.
Their bicycles aren't here, though.
Where would they have gone so late at night?
Have they just not come back yet? Where did they go?
The adults put forth various possibilities, and the house immediately devolved into a state of confusion. Eventually, Mion settled them down.
I don't want to believe it, but the mayor, Kimiyoshi, disappeared yesterday. We can't say that this is unrelated.
The adult's face paled at Mion's declaration. Mine and Rena's did as well.
Let's see, they could have gone nearby for some tea or something, then accidentally fallen asleep. Whoever invited them might just not be able to wake them up at all, too. Let's eliminate that possibility first. Makino-san, please go around to the houses near the stream. Keitaro-san, good look near Ojaga Lake. Okumura-san, you?
Mion promptly gave directions to the villagers. The adults followed them without hesitation, despite her age.
We'll remain here and call up anyone we can think of on the phone. Okay, everyone, you have your orders.
Got
Got
it!
The adults all roared in reply and pounded back down the stairs below. Wow, Mi-chan, you're not only chairperson of the school, but Hinamizawa too.
No time for jokes. Hey, step aside. This old man is using the phone.
Mion grinned proudly, took the receiver, and got started. Rena gave Mion a trusting look, considering her dependable for doing all of this. My feelings, though, were a little more complicated, since her leadership seemed to be affirming the Sonozaki family successor impression that Shion and Oishi-san had given me. Stop right there, Mikechi Maibara. None of that matters right now. The most important thing is to make sure that Rika-chan and Satoko are safe. Let's see. Couldn't there be a clue hinting at where they might have gone somewhere in this room?
Are we about to, go into Nonary Games mode?
Oh, fuck.
Clicking
What's
on
that?
shit? Trying to click shit in the room and figure out, oh no, where did they go?
Except no,
Oh,
because
shit,
there's no
no,
fucking gameplay in this
please.
game. I think this is Keiichi.
Still, though, I wouldn't know what to look for anyway.
If we tore the whole place apart and figured out what was different from before, we might have been able to speculate, but there's nothing strange about this room, and there were no clues in sight. In the first place, I had never been here before. There's no way for me to know what was different if I didn't know what the room usually looked. Hey, don't give up, Keiichi Maibara. Stop thinking and start looking for something. In search of something, I tried pulling open the dresser drawers and open the windows. I didn't uncover anything meaningful, though. Rena, also unable to stand around doing nothing, was looking around the room like I was.
Rena, I don't think you'll find Rika by opening the fridge or the cabinet under the sink.
I just thought they might be hiding. As we were searching, it got noisy outside. Villagers were quickly assembling here, having heard the commotion. Of course, a lot of them were probably people Mion had called.
I'll go tell everyone what's going on. The police will be here sooner or later, too. We'll need to explain the situation to Oishi.
Mion began descending the stairs, and we followed her out to the front of the house. There were already around 10 adults there, and all of them looked uneasy. I suddenly noticed that the old people from the shrine were here as well, and they were praying for Rika-chan's safety, rubbing their prayer beads. This had gotten bad. This wasn't just a problem between friends anymore.
Mion-chan, is it true that Rika-chan and Satoko-chan aren't anywhere to be found?
The villagers all formed a ring about Mion, swarming her. Mion raised her right hand, as if silently telling them to calm down.
First, let's check every house according to the Town Council Notification Division and see if they're visiting anyone. After all, they could be fast asleep at someone's house and totally unaware that we're looking for them.
It would definitely be hard for someone to wake up Rika-chan if she had eaten a good full meal and fallen asleep like a kitten afterward. Oh, how nice it would be if that were the case.
I don't want to think about this, but it's also possible something bad has happened.
Mion's face grew remarkably more grim, and a wave of silence washed over the adults.
We should divide up the work, too. We'll go around to all the places we went last night while looking for the mayor.
We'll go look around the damn construction site as best we can. You guys go search around the school. Right, let's get a move on. Come on, let's go.
All of you were up all night looking for the mayor. I know you're all low on sleep, but please do your best.
You're
Got
on
it.
it.
With that as their signal, the adults scattered in every direction. I figured I should scatter somewhere as well, so I started walking unsteadily in a direction no one else had gone in. I was getting farther and farther from people. I didn't feel scared or anything, though. If someone were made to disappear, she and I should be first. It would have been perfectly normal for me to be scared of the dark. However, I didn't feel that way. Why was that? It was because tonight, someone had already disappeared. So nobody else would disappear tonight. It would take some time before I, exhausted as I was, would feel guilt at the cause of my own selfish sense of relief.
That's because you're a giant piece of shit, Keiichi.
Fuck! Woof. How could you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Suddenly my vision cleared and a cold wind caressed my body. This was the hill from which you could see the whole village. Looking down from this hill, I could see the lights on here and there and knew that the entire village had awoken from its slumber. First, creepy girlfriend son and hot photographer son, then the mayor, and now even Rika-chan and Satoko had been sacrificed. And
Yeah,
word
there's
of it
a lot of people dying.
Yeah.
spreading everywhere, especially to this year. I thought it was like one person, maybe two people. The strength of my knees left me. This could no longer be a joke. I could have found them. Ming would have told me I was a warrior war, and Rena would just be glad we did, and they would have smiled at me. My hopes disappeared as if I were awakening from a dream. That was the view I could see was telling me. Following my knees, my arms both bent forward onto the ground. I clawed at it with my nails. I couldn't figure out if it was just a feeling sorrow or frustration.
Is this my fault?
I couldn't endure the burden of my own sin, and I just told Rika-chan about it. They had nothing to do with it, but Rika-chan and even Satoko had been sacrificed. It was like a cross. The Shion and I each have to bear the weight of it until we ourselves were erased. Well, if I'm going that far, then the problem started long before that. My original sin of breaking taboo and entering the ritual storehouse without asking. I knew I should have gone in there from the start, yet I lost out to cheap curiosity. I hadn't felt so angry at myself until this very moment. It was a crunching sound. I wasn't even interested in who made the noise, despondent as I was. Keiichi-kun? Keiichi-kun! Are you okay? It was Rena. Perhaps calling at the ground made it look I was having some stomach aches. She ran over and rubbed my back like she was trying to make me feel better.
Aw, you don't reserve, Rena.
Don't reserve?
Deserve. This is all my fault. It's because of me. It's my fault.
Keiichi-kun's fault? You didn't do anything wrong. Please don't blame yourself for this. I could tell Rena was doing her best to choose the right words out of consideration for me. That's why I could sense her intent behind those words. Keiichi-kun, you know why Rika-chan and Satoko-chan disappeared, don't you? Is what
It
she
was
really meant
because
to say.
of you.
Bum bum bum.
Bom, bom. Because it was an emergency, Rena had ignored the reason why I had wanted to make sure Rika-chan was safe, but now that we'd actually confirmed her disappearance, it was only natural Rena would start to wonder about why. However, with this situation,
Oops.
something. Having gone this far, I couldn't possibly tell her now. I didn't want to admit that Rika-chan and Satoko had disappeared, but I couldn't let Rena disappear either. Keiichi-kun, if you stay here out in the wind, you'll catch a cold. Rena sat down, bringing her eyes level with mine. They told us that the children should go back home to sleep. Rena showed me her watch as she said that. It was long past 1 in the morning. Time was passing too quickly. Had I been crawling around here for that long? If we don't sleep soon, we'll have trouble getting up for school tomorrow. Even the adults are really worn out, since they were up searching for the mail last night too. They were saying they'd break up a little earlier tonight. I was a little upset that they weren't allotting as much time to this as they had to for someone search for the mayor last night, but that was something I, the cause of everything, had no right to criticize them for. It's alright. The police arrived a little while ago. Look, there's police cars coming into the village now. Hearing that remark, I looked down at the village to see that there were indeed more cars than one would normally expect at this hour, coming from the darkness on the other side of the mountain. However, none of their emergency lights were on. Of course, their sirens weren't wailing either. That's right. All the incidents that occurred right after the Watanagashi were seen as a product of Oyashiro-sama's curse and
Oops.
will be handled in secrecy. Rika-chan and Satoko too. Their disappearance would end up exactly like other serial incidents in the past.
Surreptitious.
Thank you. Surreptitious and unresolved. Declared a mystery and disappear from memory. Rika-chan's face, her sweet face, like a Western doll's, would fade away. Satoko's smile, her energetic, fanged smile, would fade away. The more I tried to remember them, the less I would be able to. I deserved to be called an idiot dozens of times over, and it wouldn't be enough. I couldn't hold back the tears of my own sheer stupidity. I don't know what you're blaming yourself for, Keiichi-kun, but you should stop. I wasn't about to deny it. I couldn't. Even so, I couldn't affirm it either. I wanted to at least keep Rena out of this. If she found out, she would become involved.
Please, Rena, could you just leave me alone? Even if I went home, I wouldn't be able to sleep.
If I couldn't get to sleep, then I would at least wanted to search for Rika-chan and Satoko until I collapsed. The entire village was looking, and yet they still hadn't been found. I don't think I'd be able to find them if I went looking alone at this point. Still, I had to do it.
They disappeared because of me. I couldn't possibly go to sleep while other people are out there searching.
I had said that to myself in self-deprecation, but I soon realized that Rena was silently trying to find the meaning in my mumblings. I realized I had misspoke. It's Keiichi-kun's fault? Why do you think that? Why? That can't be. Keiichi-kun, you're not at fault. I was happy that Rena said these things to me, but she only did so because she didn't know the truth. She knew that everything that had been caused by my breaking taboo on the night of the Watanagashi, then even Rena would curse my existence. However, I can't even allow for those curses. That would mean confessing my own crimes to Rena. If I spilled even one word of having snuck into the ritual storehouse on the night of the Watanagashi, then even Rena could disappear tomorrow night. The gentle, spirited, always joking, always howling, but at this time like this, the most dependable person in the world, Rena might disappear. I don't want that. Anything but that. This time, I need to bear my own cross. Alone. Keiichi-kun, I know that you always have friends in your heart. I can really understand feeling like you want to kick yourself. Rena knows, though, that it's not Keiichi-kun's fault. You didn't do anything wrong, Keiichi-kun, and I know that.
You know that?
The shivering in my veins rushed up my back, and replaced the sorrow in my heart with fear. I didn't tell her anything, did I? Maybe I accidentally said something that caused Rena to figure it out? This is bad. No, Rena will disappear. Rena will disappear. Rena will disappear. Then Rena, the same way I always did, grabbed my head and began to pet it roughly. Keiichi-kun, are you thinking that Rena might disappear now too? Because of Oyashiro-sama's curse? She put more force into the hand rubbing my head. You don't need to worry about that. Rena isn't going anywhere. I promise.
Like, how can you say that with such confidence?
I mean, someone who's been sacrificed every night so far. There was no proof that it wouldn't happen again tomorrow night. There was even less proof, after all, that the sacrifice wouldn't be Rena. I don't care who you are. Just, please, if you're gonna erase someone, erase me first. Please. So cruelly getting rid of people we're close to, like the Maya for Shion, Rika-chan and Satoko for me. Shion's hysterical shouting came back to my mind. They must be planning to kill us last of all. They're not killing the first people we come to mind. They start by killing those we're close to, and then after they cause us as much pain, they'll kill us. That must be what they're doing.
Rena.
Please, don't disappear. Please don't. As long as I'm here. I can no longer conceal the sobs welling up within me. Come on, Keiichi-kun. Crying doesn't suit you. Let's go back to the others. The housewives are cooking some miso soup for us. We'll warm you up and calm you down. Rena prompted me to stand. I didn't have the energy to oppose her, so I stood as she urged me to. We returned to the shrine grounds to find several gas stoves there with miso soup in big pots. There were many villagers there sipped at the soup they were given in dead, stony silence. Their expressions were absolutely exhausted. Everyone had just been running around the village until a little while ago. From the dreary looks on their faces, though, I assumed they hadn't come up with anything yet.
Kei-chan, where did you go? I was worried you disappeared too.
Sorry.
Mian held out some miso soup for me, but I refused to offer. I didn't have much of an appetite. Mii-chan, how was it? Did you find any clues? Mian took a sip of her soup, her expression frank.
None at all. School ended and they went home. Then the two of them went somewhere on their bicycles. Moreover, nobody even saw them riding their bikes, so...
When it gets dark out in Himawazara, people quickly vanish from the streets. Aside from adults hurrying back home from town in cars or on bicycles, it was normal to see absolutely nobody walking around outside. It wasn't at all strange that no one had seen Rika-chan and Satoko riding their bikes.
It was the same last night with the mayor. There's no hope.
Mion's apathetic tone pricked my nerves, but that anger quickly subsided. She had been doing all sorts of things to try and find Rika-chan until just a second ago. If I asked her, she'd probably say she was up all night last night too, looking for the mayor, wouldn't she? She must have been far more fatigued than I was. Besides, what about me? I spent the time hunched over in indecision, all alone. I had no right to say anything about Mion.
Kei-chan, I know it's hard, but let's turn in for the night. We just decided we should break up the search for now. Drink this and let's call it quits.
Is this the end?
Oh no, of course not. Once it's bright out again, we'll do a thorough search with the police's help. They could have gone to Okonomiya too. People are even saying we should go through all the Shishibone City investigating whether there are any witnesses for both the girls and the mayor. Anyway, what happened, Kei-chan? Where did you go off to? You vanished all of a sudden. I was really worried.
Suddenly I was on the receiving end, but I didn't have the willpower to respond.
Sorry. I'll be more careful.
Nothing happened? There wasn't anyone suspicious spying on or stalking you? Nothing like that?
Mion demanded with a serious expression. I was being criticized for how inconsiderate I had been. Despite being in so much pain, I was frustrated that I was being criticized, but it was my sin. My sin, and I must bear it alone.
Nothing. I'll be careful either way. Sorry.
Mion, now aware that nothing had happened, heaved a big sigh with her shoulders, looking relieved.
Oh, my. I knew I smelled something good coming from over here. I'd be much obliged if you'd allow me to have some.
We heard the impulsive voice of a fat man.
Damn. Wow.
Damn!
Well.
Damn. It was Oishi-san, trailed by a handful of police officers. He was acting energetically, in a way unfitting given the situation.
Damn it, right as soon as I have a cookie. One second.
What type of cookie?
Yeah. There's not much left, but you can have some if you want.
Mion didn't like Oishi-san very much. Her cold attitude, though, didn't seem to bother Oishi-san in the slightest. It was like splashing water in a frog's face.
Well, now. Miso soup leftovers have a bit too much salt for my taste. Confound it. Would you all like any?
He recommended it to his subordinates, but everyone gave dry smiles and refused. So have the police gotten hold of any clues? Rena's smile is warm enough to replace the miso soup.
Don't you worry, little missy. Everything's fine. We're searching for them real good.
He didn't say a word about having found any new clues. In other words, there had been no progress. That sure was an annoying way of beating around the bush.
In any case, it really has gotten late. All you youngsters should get on home and get some sleep. It'll be bad for your health otherwise.
Yeah. Kei-chan, Rena, get some rest. These guys get our tax money. They'll handle it from here for us.
We're taxpayers too, you know? It's like we're drinking our own piss.
I really wasn't in the mood for laughter. In fact, Oishi-san was the only one laughing like an idiot. Okay, seriously, please do your best. Let's go home, Keiichi-kun. It'll be harder to wake up tomorrow if we don't.
Yeah, that's right. I can always bring you home if you need. Yama-chan, why don't you bring the car around? No thanks. We came on our bicycles, so. No need to worry. We came in a truck. We'll just throw the bikes in the back.
We may have gotten pretty sleepy, but we just needed a ride home at this point. I didn't want to bother the police like that. Rana, however, nodded. Okay, if you,
Yeah.
is it me?
Yeah, I think it's
I think
Rena.
that's Rena.
Okay. Okay, if you insist, we'll appreciate it. It's probably safer than if we went back home alone. When I thought about it carefully, I realized that Rena's idea was extremely rational.
Now that it's decided, let's get a move on, shall we?
Okay, bye. Good night. Rena, Kei-chan.
Yeah, Mi-chan, you go to bed soon too, okay? Good night. Waved my hand as well, saying goodbye. Rika-chan and Satoko still hadn't been found. My unease, however, was steadily being pushed away by sleepiness. Rena showed the police where our bicycles were so that Oishi-san could haul them up into their truck. He prompted us to get into the back seat. I could hear the springs squeaking as I sat down onto a seat that would normally hurt my rear end, but at this point it was very soft and more than comfortable enough for me to fall asleep on.
Ladies first. We'll start with the little Mrs. house. Where do you live?
Thank you. My house is, well, 123 Acorn Avenue. Rena's voice slowly grew distant. I felt myself being sucked into the void of sleep.
Hello? My Bara-san. Are you asleep back there?
When I came to, it was quiet. The car was parked. Oishi-san was giving me light slaps to the cheek. I didn't feel good at all, so I woke up immediately.
I'm sorry, I just fell asleep.
Something was being held right under my nose. A clump of metal? It was a can of coffee.
It's lukewarm by now, but cafe au lait is good even at room temperature. Oh, thanks.
I mechanically took the can and opened the pull top. A feeling of warm, sweet liquid going down my throat awakened my sleepy mind.
Kimmy! Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream, friend? What were y'all doing? Hi, raiders. Welcome, welcome. We are continuing Higurashi When They Cry sound novel. As we're reading through story, murder, horror, supernatural mysteries game. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes. Hi there. Yep, as it's mentioned. Hello, I'm Flint, if you don't know me. I am a musician. I am a streamer of D&D. I'm a streamer of VR chat roleplay with people like the awesome Kimmy. I play bards. Then I get to do stuff like this, like visual novels where we're reading through and voice acting the parts. So this is one of those sound novels where there isn't really any actual gameplay to it. We're just kind of reading through the story and trying to figure out what exactly is going on in this creepy little town where a bunch of our friends just went missing. So we're going to see how that's going. Okay.
When my drowsiness receded, I started wanting to know why the car was stopped and why I was offered coffee. Oishi's son, who had been in the driver's seat, had at some point moved to the back. Suddenly, I had a very bad feeling about this.
Oh no.
Me too, dude. Me too.
Oh no.
It reminded me of the questioning yesterday at the library. It was already too late by the time I realized I had made a mistake. Today of all days, it didn't look like I would be getting away. I had a feeling that until Oishisan heard what he wanted to, he wouldn't be letting me go.
Please don't get all formal on me. I'm not going to eat you or anything, my Power-san.
Oishis-
It's going to be a lot of me talking to myself, isn't it?
Well,
Have fun!
welcome to the day. Oh,
Oishisan gulped down the last of his coffee, then stretched wide, showing me how relaxed he was.
should go relax and nurse the finger I hurt while in combat. Oh no, you hurt yourself in combat. Shit. Yes, go feel better, Kimmy. Go get some rest. Thank you so much for the raid again.
Ice helps.
Yes, get all the ice. Get all the. Just chill.
And water. Drink water.
Yes.
That, however, only served to heighten my nervousness.
What do you need from me?
I mean, you won't be only talking to yourself. I may chime in as a narrator every
There you
once in
go.
a
There you
while.
go.
Oh, no, nothing really.
Oh, this means I can finish my cookie. Yay.
Yeah, go eat your cookie.
Mm.
You're going to evade the question at this point? What a deeply unreadable man.
Well, I don't need you for anything. I just thought that you might need something from me, my Bar-san.
Really, creepy old man.
I don't need anything. You're being really creepy. Oh, I see. Really? Are you sure there's nothing?
Yeah, it's
AKA,
fucking
I know
creepy.
I'm creepy and I don't care.
Hmm.
There was only one side door in the backseat of this truck, and he's
Jeez.
probably blocking it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he.
Oh, hey, June.
He's not a pedophile, right?
Hmm.
Because like this is giving me
Pretty
serious.
sure, but
This is giving me
Wait,
serious vibes
you
here.
were pretty sure, but
June. Hi.
oh, hi, June.
How
In
going,
other
June?
words, my only exit was blocked off by Yoshi-san. What type of cookie are you eating? I couldn't get away.
It's chocolate chip.
Hell yeah. I can only limply hang my head and maintain my silence. Yoshi-san, despite my
Reticence.
reticence, relaxed and began smoking a cigarette. In the car?
It's the
This was
80s.
the 80s.
Don't care.
It's the 80s.
Don't
I know.
care.
I had to deal with that shit my entire life, so.
The cries of the Higurashi, the insects outside, seemed to be growing longer and longer, to an amount of time that almost seemed infinite.
Here I was sure that you had something you wanted to talk to me about.
Oyster-san exhaled a puff of smoke. The windows were open, but the tobacco smoke still accumulated inside of the vehicle like a fucking bastard he is.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that escalated quickly.
How much did Oshi-san know? What did he know, and what did he want to hear from me? If finding out the truth made you disappear, then if I told him, would Oshi-san disappear too? Go ahead and tell him then. Do it. I had a feeling I didn't have to worry about that in this case. Oh, damn it.
Why are you so angry at Oishi all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Oh, because I think he's not gonna fucking do anything because they all still follow the Sonozaki family, maybe?
I guess, maybe. I wonder how all this ended up happening.
Oshi-san addressed me in a low tone as if he was talking to himself. How all this ended up happening? How the hell should I know? That was what I wanted to know.
You know, hot photographer and creepy girlfriend, right? I know you do, because I personally witnessed you with them during the festival, along with Shion Sonozaki-san. ... Do you know how hot photographer-san and creepy girlfriend-san are doing now? They've actually, well, passed away. They met very untimely deaths.
Orsison probably played that card in order to surprise me. However, I already knew and didn't display the extreme reaction he expected.
What's this? Did you already know?
Unfortunately for this question in particular, remaining silent was equivalent to saying yes.
Oh, so then did you also know? The reason that Odd Photographer San and Creepy Girlfriend San were cursed like that? People are saying that apparently they went into some forbidden building.
A storehouse for ritual implements.
Oh, they're not actually being referred to as Frogger and Creepy Girlfriend in the actual game. No.
No, they don't actually call them Creepy Girlfriend and Hot Photographer.
That's just
I have
what
no
they
idea what
are.
you're
That's
talking
just what
about.
they
Yes,
are
they
as.
do.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the game is broken. We're just doing the translation.
We are the game.
We are the game.
The game.
The forbidden shed, sealing away Hinamizawa's bloodstained past. Where the mistake that started it all happened.
Do you know about the rumors that say the mayor and Rika Furude-san were cursed because of that too?
That would mean it was mine and Shion's fault. He was right. As soon as we revealed what we did,
What did they call it? A ritual storehouse? They're saying it was bad luck. The lock to it had been replaced by a simpler one, which made it easier for thieves to get inside.
what? This was news to me.
Till last year, it apparently had these big bars and a huge padlock on it. I mean, ever since the priest and his wife passed away, Rika Furude-san has been managing the place, right? Apparently, she talked to the mayor, saying she wanted them replaced with a lighter, more simple padlock because the bars were too heavy for her.
Didn't we already learn this?
I think we might have learned it in one of the tips.
Yeah.
I don't think Keiichi's learned this.
Hmm.
Got it. I was like, wait.
Or maybe at least like
this
pieces
exact
of it.
conversation, basically.
Like we knew that it got replaced, but we might not have known why.
Yeah.
No, we
We've,
didn't.
we've had we've had a bit of this before, but I think it was in the tips and not
Yeah,
in
probably.
this,
Okay.
and not in Keiichi's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything about those big bars he was talking about, but the lock has certainly been a simple one. It was a pretty cheap one too, and it didn't really fit my impression of what a lock for a place you store something as important as ritual implements would look like.
Rika-san is a small girl, after all. The
Oh,
bars were heavy with rust.
Oishi?
The bars were heavy with rust. They must have caused her a lot of trouble. So the mayor hired a craftsman and replaced the lock with a simple padlock so she could open it with a key. So, how does that mean it was bad luck? Here's what I'm saying. Thieves couldn't get in with the old tight lock. The mayor and Rika-san replaced it with a cheap lock and key on their own, so thieves broke into it. Apparently, that's how it's going down. That explanation's a bit letting that slide. Certain members of the village delivered punishment upon the thieves who stole into the ritual storehouse, as well as the mayor and Rika-san who changed the lock. At least those are the whispers that seem to be going around. My Bara-san, what do you think? What do I think? I don't really know what you mean by certain members of the village. Are you familiar with the three families? Representatives from each of them gave short addresses at the Watanagashi festival's opening ceremony. Did you see them? I came partway through the festival, so I don't really. The three families are the three oldest families in Hinamizawa. To give actual names, the Kimiyoshi family, the Sonozaki family, and the Furude family. They each have quite the lineage, it seems. Long ago, it's said that everything in the village was decided by a council of the three families.
Hmm.
Oh, Kayla's gone.
Oh, okay.
Kim, you
I got it.
want to
Yeah, I
narrate
got it.
while she's.
Yep.
Okay.
The Kimiyoshi family, Old Man Kimiyoshi, meaning the mayor's family. The Sonozaki family was Mion's. So the Furude family was Rika-chan's family then.
After the war, the Sonozaki family quickly expanded their influence. Practically speaking, after leading the fight against the construction during the dam conflict, they jumped to the top of the hierarchy in Hinamizawa. You see, though, in accordance with the old ways, they still decide important village matters only after consulting with the three families. That's why the leaders of the three families each have their own address at the start of Watanagashi. In other words, the mayor, the old lady currently in charge of the Sonozaki family, and the last remaining member of the Furude family, Rika-san. I heard that the Sonozaki family was pretty high up there. So Rika's family was just as old? Well, as you're aware, she has no relatives at all. In reality, the Furude family holds pretty much no influence. However, it seems like people gravitate towards Rika-san on a personal level. And I hear that many of the village's elderly have blind faith in her.
It was certainly true that Rika-chan had an odd sort of charisma amongst the elderly.
So, what are you telling me about all these three families stuff for?
Oishi-san paused for emphasis, lighting another cigarette.
I've explained a lot, but I suppose it's still not enough. I'm asking because I don't understand.
Oishi gave me a dry, meaningful grin and blew out another big puff of smoke.
Members of the three families are disappearing, one after the other.
Ooh, fun.
That's what I'm talking about. I've read that it's based on some kind of old traditions inherent in Hinamizawa, but I don't know much beyond that. I don't know anything about it either. That's why I'm asking. The leaders of the Kimiyoshi and Furude families have disappeared, so maybe the leader of the Sonozaki family will disappear next.
Wait a minute, isn't that...
Well, that's just a random idea bouncing around in my head at the moment.
That's a grandmother.
Yeah, it's not Mion.
Oh, okay.
She's just next
Just
in line.
kidding, really. The leader of the Sonozaki family. Who is it? Current leader is their old lady at the main house. But it wouldn't be incorrect to say that practically all the rights of leadership have been transferred to her granddaughter, Mion-san.
The visage of Mion giving prompt directions to the adults while searching for Rika-chan sprung back to mind.
Mion? She's gonna disappear?
I haven't even thought of that as a possibility. All my hair stood on the end. That's insane.
Nobody wants that, right? Of course not! We can't allow that!
Clamp. Oishi-san grabbed my shoulders with both hands.
Then help us, my Bara-san.
You're our only hope.
there's anything you've noticed about me on Sonozaki lately, please tell me.
I was going along with him. By the time I realized it, it was too late. Oishi-san brought his face closer, almost close enough to ram into me, waiting for my next words. This pressure, I can't tear my eyes away from his... That moment, I heard a beeping sound. It was from the driver's seat. He ignored it at first, but then it started to bother him, so he finally let go of me and leaned into the driver's seat.
Hello? Yep, loud and clear.
I was saved. Of course, it's not like I could have escaped this through this opening.
I see. Yes, all right. Let's head back then. Okay.
Apparently, he was being recalled. Now that I knew I'd be free, the tension in my body dissipated all at once.
Looks like I need to get going. We were just getting to the good part, too. That's too bad.
Stop making it creepy.
What do you mean, making it... Oh, you're talking to...
Oishi-san's making
No.
it really
Talking
creepy.
to Oishi.
Yeah, he does that.
I mean, he does, but he should stop it.
Oh,
Oishi-san flung open the door, exited, and walked around the front to the driver's seat. He left the door open. Did that mean I could leave?
you really care about your friends, my Bar-san. An admirable trait for a kid to have in this day and age. I totally understand that it feels like you'd be betraying them if you told the police anything.
Did you go Scottish for a second?
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
The word
but
understand had like a roll there for a second.
I totally understand that it feels like you'd be betraying them if you told the police anything. My Bar-san! It's the middle of the night, so get a good night's sleep and then think about it.
Oh my god.
Just a little bit of courage from you might end up being what saves many of your friends in the end.
Hey Lane, how's it going?
Perfect part to jump in on, yes. Did he want to say that sacrifices wouldn't stop with Rika-chan and Satoko?
You know this already, but every
Motherfucker.
night since Watanagashi, something has happened.
Is that she said that Scottish?
Oh my god.
In the past, the curse only occurred once per year, but this time it's been going on for days. What a prosperous year this has been.
Motherfucker.
I don't think you can call that
No,
prosperous.
no,
sir.
stop. No, no. He's not fucking
Yes.
Oliver.
Yes.
The night before last night, and now today. There is no proof that something won't happen tomorrow night as well. It's our job to prevent such things before they happen. But for that, we need your cooperation, Mayabara-san.
Welcome to our fresh hell chat.
I have no idea. I'm in no such hell. This is great. I looked out the open door to see another other than my Scottish house. Other than my own house, right in front of me. It creeped me out that he knew my name and address, but I was too sleepy right now. I was too sleepy to care.
Well, you're probably tired. It's already 3 in the morning. Please, get yourself a good rest. Yes, sir. I'll be going now.
When I was about to get out of the truck, as if to deliver a parting blow, Oishi-san said in a raised voice.
I wouldn't be surprised you got out of the trunk.
No.
Oh god.
I'll be coming by every day until you feel like talking, alright? I don't believe forcing you to confess in an interrogation room is really in fashion these days.
So, stalking.
So he's legit admitting to the fact that he's interrogating a, 14-year-old boy?
Yep.
I
Say
could
it.
say...
Say it with me, children. A cab.
A cab.
I couldn't say anything in response, but me slamming the door shut probably served the same purpose. After lightly beeping the horn, Oshi-san's truck drove off, thank God. I went to the front door without waving goodbye. The door was locked, but the chain wasn't up.
Oh, thanks for the host, Rycon. How you doing? Nope.
Something happened there.
Entered. Blah, blah, blah. Wait.
Probably
Damn it.
entered the house.
Yeah, damn it.
I unlocked the door and entered. Then walked over to the staircase.
Running out what I need left for Apex stuff. Oh, nice.
That's where I lost consciousness.
Oh, rip.
Nope. Nope. Okay, then.
And scene.
Solid. Okay.
That is a good
Thunk.
stopping point for a chapter. I'll give you that.
There you go. Oh, several tips.
Ooh, new tips.
I volunteer someone else's tribute for narrating.
Achievement unlocked. Empty-handed
Okay.
with a bowl of miso soup. Oh, now I fucking want miso soup. That sounds great.
Ooh, that does sound great.
40 tips. Let's go. I'll get this one. Sonozaki family. The one to drastically expand its influence after the war was the Sonozaki family. The leader at the time was Oryo Sonozaki, who still has that seat today. Oryo Sonozaki has grown old, and today you can only catch a glimpse of who she was at the time. From what I've been told, however, she was a leader extolled as the best in history. Having become so old, aside from going out a few times a week for lessons, she spends her time at the home in solitude, and seems to leave most of the ceremonial affairs to her heir, Mion. There are different views on why the successor was not her daughter, but her granddaughter Mion, but it's rumored that it has to do with disownment of her daughter and son-in-law. That uninhibited granddaughter, Mion Sonozaki, still shows no sign of the dignity required of the next leader. However, she does have Sonozaki blood in her veins and is permitted the name of Demon. She still doubtlessly requires caution, and is probably hiding her fangs and claws as skillfully as the leaders of the past did.
I'm sorry, she's permitted the name of what?
Don't you know her name of Demon? As every, person in the Sonozaki family does.
Yes, its leader of the clan is the Demon.
When did they establish that?
Right
In
now.
this fucking tip.
Cool.
That they're not going to tell us for a while, probably. If at all.
Yes, the postal worker hasn't seen anything either. The Sonozaki main house has their seal hanging from the mailbox, so anyone can stamp their mail or parcels with it and drop in.
Maybe.
That's rather careless of him. When was she last seen?
She was last seen at the Watanagashi opening ceremony greetings. She apparently returned home right after that.
Well, she is pretty old. From what I've heard, she goes out a few times a week to take lessons, right? You found anything out about that?
Every Monday she goes to the assembly hall to practice the Taishiogu Goto, but she didn't go this week.
Any calls to say she wasn't going to be there? Has anyone confirmed it?
No, nobody. She apparently takes days off once in a while, though, so no one thought it was strange.
Tomorrow, why don't we pretend we're the town hall and call around 10 o'clock?
Oh, hey, Jack. How you doing?
Please figure out whether she's at home.
10 o'clock? Got it.
Ever since it started to seem more and more like ancient Hinamizawa traditions, it's something to do with all this. He'd been keeping a careful eye on the three families. At this point, the leader of the Kimiyoshi family and the leader of the Furude family had disappeared. There was only one leader left, Oryo Sonozaki, the leader of the Sonozaki family. She was apparently a pretty old woman. Her dignity hasn't waned, but she still only appeared before people rarely, so it was difficult to confirm where she was at any given time. She, the last leader, hadn't been seen since the day of Watanagashi. Jack, thank you so much for the bits. How you doing? Why is my thing not... Damn it. Why is it... Jack, thank you so much. Why am I not hearing things in my ears? I'm gonna fix that. Why isn't it... my fucking, Windows updated recently and fucked up all my sound settings, so I'm having to redo them all little by little as I realize. And I thought I'd gotten that, but apparently not. What are you... Wait, this was like... Why? Why are you like this? Thank you very much, Jack. Hope you're doing well. Why are you broken?
I got you. The bits.
The bits.
The bits.
There you go. There you go. Why the hell is it?
I've heard it for like 20 minutes straight. I know that sound.
I know. It's the worst. Why is it? Why are you like this? Like, this should be... That should be right. Maybe it's... 20 minutes. Oh, 20 minutes is for rookies. Yeah. Yeah, fair. I mean, at least it's showing off stuff. Why are you not... Like my settings. I got audio settings.
I know, Jack. We need to arrange everybody, and we'll do it for more than 20 minutes. We have to arrange it, though, you know? Make sure we all have enough money to do it.
No, stop. I am running
Stop.
Streamlabs for the bits, Stream Elements for the bits in particular, but it should all be running through OBS. Not Streamlabs OBS though. I just have regular one, so I need to like reset my stuff. I think. Am I monitoring? Oh, I think I know what happened. Hold on. I think I know what happened. I think I fixed it. Let's see if that did it. I'm gonna test and see if it does it for me. Damn it! Why are you not working? Damn it! Yeah, thank you, Jack. I'm sorry. I'm gonna No, I'm gonna fix it. No, Kayla, no. Kayla, no. Damn it.
Kayla, what have you done?
Nothing. I'm just helping
default.
test out.
Apply. Get your shit together. Oh, maybe what's my default audio at the moment? Because it keeps changing things back when I don't want it to. No, that should be right. Is it just OBS that's set to stuff? What are you? Okay. Maybe that. No. Oh right, but I can't test it through Streamlabs because it's not going through Streamlabs at the moment. Shit. My other stuff is working. Damn it! Why is it broken? Oh wait, no, it's going through to stream, right? You heard that? Why is it? It's just not going through to me.
I have no idea. I have stream muted because I'm not hearing you double.
Yeah, you'd have to let me know if you hear things because I see it changing. You can't hear it? Damn it! I could have sworn that it was moving. That's weird.
You got the animation or the pop-up is coming up.
Yeah, I saw the animation, but I also saw like the thing for it, like the bar for audio moving when that happened. So that's weird. Output monitor mixture should show the output. Yeah. At least like the audio mixer in OBS showed it as moving, I thought, the last time when you tried that. But it's not going out to the... Oh, wait. Is it set to only... That's weird. Wait, let's see. Yeah. Monitor only, mute output. Monitor off, monitor only. Monitor out and output, maybe? Maybe that does it?
Nice.
I mean, that still works, but that's been working as far as I know.
So I was seeing if that one was not working anymore.
Yeah, those were all still working as far as I know, but this is a separate input. Damn it! Yeah, like I see it. Did you not hear that? Because I saw the audio thing move in my mixer on OBS when you did that. Thank you, Jack. I'm sorry. But you don't hear it? That's so fucking weird. That's so weird. Why? Advanced audio properties. Let's look at this again. Why are you? I absolutely saw it moving. It should have been going through.
Oh,
Damn it!
Yeah.
yes,
I
Jack,
under-
yes.
No, Jack! I can see it! I can see it moving! Damn it! Like, no, Jack! No! I see it moving, it's just not going through and I don't know why. Oh, wait, it's on now? Okay, but I'm not hearing it. Okay, at least you're hearing it. No! No! I need to...
Wait, I can hear it too.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, like on the stream. But I'm not hearing it in my ear. Oh, there we go. Now I'm hearing it. Okay, now I'm hearing it. Now it's working. What the fuck was that about? Okay, it's okay now, Jack. Okay, it's okay. Chill. Calm your bits. Okay, I got it to work. I think, as long as it's still working. No, Kayla. What the fuck? No, it's okay. Chill. It's okay. Thank you both very much. It's fixed. I think it's fixed. Oh god. Fuck.
Yes, Jack.
I love y'all, but fuck. What the shit? It's okay. No, we're fixed. We fixed it. We got it. It's working. It's okay. Calm.
Is it?
Yeah, yes, it's working. It's working. I can hear it. I can hear it all. Okay, calm. Breathe.
Yes,
Chill.
ma'am. Yes.
Tommy! We're not gonna be able to finish these before I have to stop for the night.
Suffer then.
No.
Suffer.
Why?
Some
Why you do this? Why? I just wanted to read through some Higurashis. No. Thank you all very much. Why? Why are you like this? Oh my god. Murder. No. Chill. This is just gonna go on for fucking ever.
Our story. I wasn't talking about murdering you.
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna put away my dice and suffer. Put away my bard dice.
You never have to put away your dice. What are you talking about?
Yes, I do sometimes. At least like physical dice, because I don't use them very often. No!
Yes, June Chaos.
Hey,
It's
Lovey Bro,
chaos
how are you
reign.
doing? It's such chaos. It is such. Yeah, rip me. Rip me. My chat bullies me with bits.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You are so
tortured.
hard done by.
Being Flint is suffering. Calm down, yo. God. It's just gonna go on forever. Oh my god. What? I'm just gonna put this away.
We have to make sure we know the sound so we can copy it if it ever goes down, you know?
Yes, of course. Not the. Oh my god. God, this is gonna be a while. This is gonna be a while. Why are you like this? No, stop. No. No. Why? Why? We'll never learn more about the Sonozaki family. How will we learn?
Yeah, but we could just read it, you know? We could just like have it on screen and then we'll all just read it together, like personally.
I have to wait when you aren't doing VR or D&D. Yeah, I know, it's so hard. I'm sorry I make it difficult. Tommy, thank you. Thank you all very much. Calm your bits. It's okay. It's okay. Let's just breathe. And let Amethyst and Steven take out their God. This is just gonna be. Why do I not have any good booze? This is good. Take forever. I need a quicker regular bits message.
No.
Oh God. God. Damn it, Tommy.
Good job, Tommy. Good job.
These are the shenanigans that happen in my fucking chat, huh, Crow? How are you doing tonight?
Shenanigans are the best.
I know. Shenanigans are great. I need to go do some singing at the onsen tonight eventually. Oh boy. It just continues on. It goes on. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
You have no one to blame but yourself, Jack, for starting this.
I'm glad you're getting a laugh out of this. Just got coffee, took a shit, and made a sandwich. Fair enough. 2 hype trains. Holy shit. Damn. That's awesome, Tommy. That's good. Y'all are cray. Oh, darkness, my old friend. I'd like to talk to you again. Fred! Hey! How's it going, Fred? How was your stream? I'm sorry, in the moment of I'm being fucking broken by Bits messages over and over as we're waiting to get back to the story. But Steven and Amethyst have things to tell me. How was your stream? How are you doing? Hi, Raiders. Welcome to my slowly going insane. This time I raid you on a Sunday and it's not when you end. I know, right? Crazy. Thank you for that, by the way. I'm sorry I'd already ended. Good stream tonight. That's good. I'm just here waiting for. It's still going. It'll go on forever.
Forever.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. Bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. It just keeps going. Oh God. Oh. It's forever and ever. This is just how we. This is how we live now. Oh no! Now they double over. This is human instrumentality, right?
We love you, Flinty. Let the tears flow.
God damn it. That God does, and it returns. Fucking weeb. This goes on and on. Forever and ever, you'll be in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. Insert sad walking away music from the
Dollar,
Hulk here.
dollar bills, y'all.
Oh God, there we go. Maybe.
55. What you say?
55. What you say? 55.
55. Shiggity swap.
You're right.
55.
What you say? What did you say?
55.
God. Okay.
Meanwhile, during this break, I totally just ordered dinner.
Yay. Okay. We're free. We're free.
Oh,
All
we're
right,
free.
let's go.
Okay, time
Let's
to
go.
go. And
Okay. Okay. Only appeared before she, the last leader, hadn't been seen since the day of Watanagashi. Was she still alive and well within the Sonozaki main house? Or had she...
According to Mion Sonozaki, she had fallen ill and was sleeping it off.
I wonder if she really is sleeping.
Oh, she's sleeping all right. Sleeping with the fishies.
God damn.
I'd like to take a look at her face and her pulse.
You can say that again.
The two of them breathed out a big puff of cigarette smoke.
Oishi-san, about the search warrants for the Sonozaki main house and the Furude Shrine. Do you think we'll get them?
Oishi didn't respond. Exhaled another cloud of tobacco smoke, his surroundings now as foggy as his mind. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, we got a couple more.
Yeah, we didn't even get halfway through the fucking tips. A hidden demon. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Excellent.
The inhabitants of Hinamizawa believe that the blood of demons flows in their blood. As such, the character for demon is treated as very sacred. For example, usage of the character in names is apparently a right reserved for only the leaders of the Kimiyoshi and Sonozaki families. Case in point, we can see it in the current Sonozaki family leader's name, Oryo, is written with the character that. This and only this is proof that she is a legitimate leader of the Sonozaki family. In the same way, Mion Sonozaki, its successor, contains, in her name, with Mi being written as that. It also goes for Oryo's daughter and Mion's mother, Akane, who did not succeed her. It's known that before the disowning, Akane's name was actually written as that, though it was changed afterwards to still read as Akane. Incidentally, it's thought that the first character, the mayor Kichiro's name, there we go, originally meant demon, which can also be read as Ki. It should be said that names using the character aren't limited only to successors of the Sonozaki family. You can even find it in the last names of the three families. For example, the characters for Kimiyoshi are likely a split-up version of black. If you write it in reverse from top to bottom, as it clearly resembles the character Me. Me. As for the Furude family, who have been in the Shinto priesthood for generations, the word for fortune teller can be written without interval characters as that. I think that with the addition of a demon's horn, the tick on the top of the character, becomes that and is used for the name now. In the case of the Sonozaki family, where Sonozaki is written, I can't find any reference to the character, perhaps because it's already ingrained into their first names.
This is great.
They were the clan responsible for... Nope.
I'm sure this would be very enlightening if we actually understood Japanese characters.
Oh, it is actually extremely enlightening. It's actually very interesting, and because I actually do understand this, but it's just I love the reading of this.
Mm-hmm. They were the clan responsible for running the Watanagashi ceremony, so I think that instead they included the contents of that ceremony into their last name. The Zaki in Sonozaki is a conjugation of the word for slice, and the Sono written as lang probably contains the hidden meaning of human body, as it is a complicated mess, organs enclosed by four sides. Oh shit. I think, in other words, that Sonozaki comes from those who slice open the gut. Interesting.
Good to know. Good to know.
Request denied.
No, my request, guys.
I get a gring in my ears. I get it, Demon Slayer. I get it, Demon.
I just started Demon Slayer. So.
Hey, nice. Good. Okay.
I'm back.
How did it go?
No, I think it's the other way around.
No.
Yep.
How'd it go? Did you find any clues?
The officers shook their head in disappointment. Exhaustion was plainly showing on everyone's faces. That was only natural. None of them had gotten a wink of sleep since the day of Watanagashi.
Chief, let the youngest of us take a nap and then switch them out. We've got a long stretch ahead of us, after all. Let's not push ourselves too hard. Rest up so we can take it easy as we go.
I've been telling them to sleep in shifts. Nobody actually seems willing to sleep, though.
Yep. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Could you tell them yourself, Rishi-san?
Yeah.
Oh my. You don't need to force yourselves. Kamiyama-kun, please let everyone sleep in shifts, starting with the youngest.
Komiyama-san, please do that.
After the chief told him as well, Komiyama-san left his seat.
So, Chief, still no good on our request?
It's just a rumor among the villagers in the first place, you know? It's going to be difficult without more concrete evidence.
Even when that evidence might be tucked away in there?
We need evidence that evidence is tucked away in there.
Chief, don't start speaking in riddles to me now. We have witnesses that say 4 people, including the 2 who died, went into the forbidden ritual storehouse without permission. This is all reliable information.
You might call it information, but there's really only rumors. They're not concrete evidence.
Well, it's true we don't have any pictures of the 4 of them sneaking in with cloth tied around their heads. Anyway, those 4 saw something inside the storehouse. Something important enough that they'd be erased.
Important enough that they'd be erased? What would that be exactly?
That's why I'm a narrator.
That's why I'm asking for a warrant to go looking for it in the first place.
Anything pointing out this Sonozaki's connections to violent organizations would be a major contender. Like a pile of Tokarevs or a secret poppy production facility. Secret Sonozaki family fortune would also be pretty difficult to discard.
Look, Oishi-san, I know how you feel. However, the storehouse is a sacred building belonging to the Furude Shrine, and we need to have proper consideration for the locals when dealing with it.
I heard that there was an hour-long call made from Congressman Sonozaki to the big man. Chief, could he have nailed you back down?
Anyway, as long... Oh, this is probably the chief.
Probably. Anyway, as long as we don't have suitable evidence, we won't get a search warrant for the storehouse. That goes for the Sonozaki main house too, especially considering that that's the jurisdiction of both Section 4 and the Prefectural Police Crimes Prevention Division. We need careful preparations first.
If you say you need preparations, then why don't you let me talk with them directly? Shige-chan is the head of Section 4, right? For crime prevention, it's Yamaumi-san. Seemed like they'd be quicker to talk if I sat them down at a mahjong table.
Chief, you have a visitor. Yikes. Pushing the employee who guided him right out of the way of an old man who looked like a Yakuza member, given his crested kimono and hakama. Did you not get enough of this over the phone?
I am Congressman Sonozaki. I demand to know who's responsible for this. This instant, let me speak with your manager.
Karen Sonozaki.
Hello, I am the division chief, Takasugi.
I don't need your name. I could have you demoted on a whim. You wouldn't even be enough. Bring out the one called Oishi or whatever. He deserves punishment for requesting a search warrant on the sacred Furude shrine.
I sincerely apologize. Oishi is currently out on investigation. He's been difficult to contact. I'll take his place and hear you out. So please, have a seat.
The chief's eyes were telling me to get out of here. Perhaps I'll gratefully accept this favor. Maybe I'll go lay down in the nap room.
This is definitely Congressman.
Definitely. Listen here! The Furude Shrine spent 2,600 years under the imperial calendar, and 2,500 more beyond that. It is sacred, a sanctuary that must never be defiled. The 800,000 kami.
Oops, sorry. I had to fix, you were way too loud.
Sorry,
No, it was me.
I'll move back a bit.
No, it's okay.
Oyashiro-sama and the spirits of our ancestors are enshrined there. The holy shrine protects Hinamizawa from when the sun comes up to when it sets, and from when the moon rises to when it falls. Who is the idiot who wanted to set foot in there? I want to speak to his manager. Besides, the right to religion is the most revered right of the people of this country in the Constitution. You dare to be so bold as to sully that using your own investigation's negligence as pretext? I will not allow it. Are you listening, you lying scum? I'm angry now, so you're not getting off the hook that easily.
And that's it. Okay. Well.
Wonderful.
Whew.
I love him. We have Karen Sonozaki, alright.
Karen
Or I guess it would be
Sonozaki.
Kyle
Congressman
Sonozaki,
Ka-
wouldn't it
No, Congressman Karen. No, don't. No, it's Congressman Karen now.
be?
Full Karen. Full Karen mode. Okay. So. Oh, Dad.
wanna end it here so you
my
can
ear.
go
Hold on.
絶対不明目視録絶対不明目視録修正のロフ生命名簿死亡登録
Do on Sunday nights. You tell me.
What were you saying? Sorry, I was.
I asked you if you wanted to end here so you can do your RP or whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah, we probably aren't gonna get that much further into the next thing at this point. But we got through a chapter. We got through 4 tidbits of info. We learned all about Demon
and Congressman Karen.
and Mion went fucking weird.
Oh, yeah, she went real weird.
And Sotoko is cursed or something.
She is cursed, 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 she is cursed.
Either she is cursed or apparently the fact that the mayor and Rika hecked up somehow. Yeah, I was broked.
Yeah, Rev, it's not a good stream until we break our streamer.
Yeah, that's apparently how that goes. Jeez. You weirdos. I appreciate you all, but oh my god. Why you do this to me? Why you do this to me?
We love you.
Why you gotta do this to me?
Why you do me dirty,
It
fam?
hurts me. It hurts me so good. Why you gotta do this?
God damn. Oh well. Okay. So, who can I send y'all to show some love? Thank you all very much for joining us tonight. It was good times.
Good times, good times.
Hell yeah.
You know, murder, destruction, chaos.
Of course.
Yeah.
All of the fun.
Oh. Okay. I think I know. I haven't been able to rate him in a very, very long time. But my friend Mr. Dux from Twitch Sings, super amazing musician. He's currently doing some music right now. So you want to listen to some good music, please go send him some love. Super chill guy. Let me do that. So I think we should be okay for next week if you both are.
Yeah.
Cool.
I may not be. I'm
Okay.
doing a girls' night out weekend with my mom and my aunt.
Okay, gotcha.
So, but
Okay,
they
we'll
leave
see then.
on Sunday, so we'll see. I'll have to see.
Okay. We'll see then. But I should be back tomorrow night with David for some more Battle of the Bands D&D Bard Party. We're gonna have some fun.
Bard party.
So there's my as Tommy put in, there's my raid calls. Thank you all so very much for hanging with us tonight. Thank you for the bits, friends. You're all fucking wonderful. So you all stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder.
But yeah, I'm gonna be in Washington starting Thursday. For like a week, and then I'm going back to my house. But after next week, we'll finish Mummy's Day.
Always Mother's Day coming up. Oh no.
Yes, weekend after this Sunday. So not this Sunday, but next Sunday is Mummy's Day. But yeah, my mama takes a plane on Sunday, so probably will be fine, but I don't until we are closer to that.
That's so shiny, I'm a